कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
So he says Agnihi Yatha Ekaha Agni, that one Agni, Ekaha energy, that one energy. Bhuvanam Pravishtu, when it is entering the universe. Actually it is not entering, it is manifesting the universe. Rupam Rupam Pratirupo Bahuva. It is taking the form of wherever it is. Suppose you have a ball of steel. You heat it, the fire is taking the shape of that ball, red hot ball. If it is a red hot beam, it will take the form of the beam. Whatever rupa it is whatever rupa it is expressing through, it takes the rupa of that. So the Atma which is manifesting the different bodies, it is taking the rupa of that body. But the Atma is the one, Ekaha Agni. It is the Ekaha Agni. That is the important point there. Rupam Rupam Pratirupa Bahu. Ekas Tatha Sarvabhuta Antaratma. That Antaratma, the soul of Sarvabhuta, Ekaha. It is not different for different objects, different beings. It is one alone. Ekas tatha sarvabhuta antaratma. Rupam rupam pratirupa bahishcha. That means it is taking all the forms of this. Not only that, it is something transcending those forms also. Bahishcha means it is not only that, but it is transcendental also, beyond the rupas also. Rupam Rupam Pratirupa means it is having all the forms where visible, infinite number of forms. No, it is formless also is part of it. It is beyond that, it is transcending that. See, छोटा word है, अगर मन थोड़ा सा attentive नहीं है तो छूट जाएगा. Bahishcha, it is so important there. Also transcending that. Yada panchavatiष्ठन्ते
Yada panchavatiष्ठन्ते
Jnanani manasa saha
Jnanani manasa saha
Buddhischana vicheshtati
Buddhischana vicheshtati
Tamahuh paramam gatim.
Tamahuh paramam gatim.
So he has told us that what is this oneness, how to go about it, what is it, everything he has told. Now he is directing us straight away that how it has to be brought into the anubhuti, that is how the experience will come. He is describing, this verse is actually describing the samadhi, the nirvikalpa samadhi. What is that? Yada means when. This is talking about a state, a time-dependent state of samadhi. Yada, when. Pancha avatishtante jnanani manasa saha. When all the five indriyas of knowledge, the sense perceptions, senses, perceptive senses, along with the mind, avatishtante, are silent. Silent means they are not sleeping. Normally when you are asleep, you will not be able to move. Now you can move them, but not moving. Suppose the leg, now we are sitting, the leg is still. It can walk, it is not sleeping. Like that the five senses along with the mind, they can work, but they are not working, they are standing still. How will it happen? Only by eliminating to look for a second, to watch for a second. Just it will remain still. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Yatha Deepo Nivatastho Nengate Sopama Smrita. That the lamp, the flame, there is no wind blowing, The flame is still. Absolutely still, the flame is there. But it is not the silently the radiation is coming out everywhere. There is no movement, nothing. But the radiation, it is there everywhere. Like that, the mind, the five senses, buddhischana vicheshtati. Even the buddhi also will have to become effortless. It will not, oh, is it samadhi? Gone. It is not samadhi. Or am I progressing the right way? Am I going to die? Is it the ego going to be dissolved? Am I going to die? These are all cheshta of the buddhi, effortfulness of buddhi. The buddhi also will not try to analyze anything more because it has been in the habit of analyzing all fragmented things. Even inside also it is trying to analyze whether this is it, this is that. That means fragmented. It has to go to beyond all this multiplicity, the objectitude. It has to transcend that. So as long as it is effortful, as long as it is effortful, it will not happen. Buddhischana vicheshtate. So all the five indriyas along with mind and buddhi, nothing is sleeping, but everything is standing still like the flame, only spreading its radiation, not moving at all. Tamahu paramam gatim. Then the soul reveals itself because there is no small object to be revealed by it. So we are not getting lost in always focusing on what is revealed. If nothing is revealed at that point, then we will not be led to see what is revealed. Our focus is always what is revealed, thought, what is revealed, some picture, what is revealed. So we are missing the revealer, the radiation we are missing. That still radiation, when it is not revealing anything, not showing us anything where our mind, we will get focused. Then it reveals itself. We know the radiation as the radiation itself. It does not reveal anything else. Tamahu paramam gatim. That is the highest state they are speaking about. Om Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Sahaviryam karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishabhai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
We should not forget the original question of Nachiketa. That, let us repeat that, the first one. Yeyam prete vichikitsa manushye.
Yeyam prete vichikitsa manushye.
Asti ityeke nayam asti iti chaike.
Asti ityeke nayam asti iti chaike.
Etad vidyam anushishtastvayaham.
Etad vidyam anushishtastvayaham.
Varanamesha varastritiyah.
Varanamesha varastritiyah.
The second, more advanced question, Nachiketa's last question. Anyatra dharmad, anyatra dharmat.
Anyatra dharmad, anyatra dharmat.
Anyatra smat krita kritat.
Anyatra smat कृताकृतात्
अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च
अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च
यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद.
यत्तत् पश्यसि तद्वद.
So Yamaraja is already replying his questions. Now towards the end he is now winding up his discussions. Yadeveha tadamutra
यदेवेह तदमुत्र
yadamutra tadanmiha
यदमुत्र तदन्विह
mrityosa mrityumapnoti
मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति
yahyananev pashyati.
य इह नानेव पश्यति.
So he has already mentioned that whatever is there as our Atma or identity now, when the body falls, there is no change at all. It remains the same. It's not that the Atma becomes different, goes here, there, nothing like that. There is only one Atma on which the whole universe appearing to be. So there is no change at all. The Atma is never touched by either birth or death. But the fact is that to know, you have to know it now, because knowing faculty is your buddhi, is your mind. So when the body is there, the knowledge is valid only when the body is there. You have to know now that this is our true identity, which is not touched by any change in the world, in the universe. And how do we know it? Manasaivedamaptavyam
मनसैवेदमाप्तव्यम्
नेहनानास्ति किञ्चन
नेह नानास्ति किञ्चन
मृत्योः स मृत्युं गच्छति
मृत्योः स मृत्युं गच्छति
य इह नानेव पश्यति.
य इह नानेव पश्यति.
He says, Manasa eva, it has to be known by our mind only. There is no other way of knowing. Then what is this? What is the difference? That mind which is now now clinging to all the multiplicity of the world, that is all true for it. It is not able to see the one transcendental consciousness which is on which the whole multiplicity is appearing to be. That mind, by the purificatory process, will start finding the soul, the consciousness everywhere. The variety will become secondary. The real unity will strike as the reality before the mind. So the mind, because of its impurity, because of its holding on to the fragmented world which mind is seeing, the truth in the objects, that same mind has to be refined to find the truth, the one transcendental truth everywhere. One who is not able to see, he moves from mrityu to mrityu. That means he remains within the causal universe, the objective causality. He moves. Mrityu to mrityu means one cause dies, effect is born, the effect is becoming the cause, it dies, another effect is born. He moves in the changeful range of the universe. He cannot transcend the changefulness. Yathodakam shuddhe shuddham
यथोदकं शुद्धे शुद्धम्
आसिक्तं तादृगेव भवति
आसिक्तं तादृगेव भवति
एवं मुनेर्विजानत
एवं मुनेर्विजानत
आत्मा भवति गौतम.
आत्मा भवति गौतम.
O Gautama, a Muni, a thoughtful person who has understood the truth, Vijanatah Munehe Atma, his identity, his I-ness. What happens to that? Yathodakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tadrigeva bhavati. As pure water poured into a vessel or a lake of pure water, no identity, separate identity is traced, it becomes the water. Just like the waves of the sea, really speaking, it is the ocean. The waves are coming up in the ocean, dying in the ocean. The reality is in the ocean. Like that, the pure water, as the pure water gets merged into the pure water, his Atma also, his identity, he no longer considers that the body-mind limited identity, the egoistic identity, his own identity. His identity becomes the universal or transcendental identity of the soul. Agniryathayiko bhuvanam pravishto
अग्निर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टो
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च.
As I said, the electricity, it is appearing as the light, appearing as sound, appearing as wind. We don't see the electricity. The same electricity is manifest as infinite variety over the world. But we see the manifest, fragmented, small variety. We don't see the electricity. As the energy, which is same everywhere. Energy is energy. It is not seen. But as it is manifesting through the sun, through the activities, through the changes in the world, through activities, it is appearing as those. Our focus is on the change. We miss the real energy there. The same energy, one energy, is manifest as the infinite variegated world. Like that, ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma. The Atma is one in everything. There is no multiplicity in the Atma at all. But it appears as rupam, pratirupa. Whatever manifests on it, it takes the rupa of that. Not only that, it is beyond that also. Bahishcha. Rupam, pratirupa, bahishcha. It is even transcending that also. Then we discuss the Samadhi verse. Yada panchavatishtante
यदा पञ्चावतिष्ठन्ते
jnanani manasa saha
ज्ञानानि मनसा सह
buddhischana vicheshtati
बुद्धिश्च न विचेष्टति
tamahuh paramam gatim.
तामाहुः परमां गतिम्.
That is the supreme state. What is that supreme state? When all the five sense organs along with the mind remain still. They are not sleeping, but they remain still, unmoving. And also the intelligence is no more effortful to find out what is this, what is that at all. That means intelligence also is still, but nothing is sleeping. That is called the supreme state. Why? Because in that state, because the consciousness is not revealing anything, any object, anything from the objectude, it does not take the form of any object at that point. Because the indriyas are not active, the mind is not acting, the intelligence is not acting. So the consciousness is not taking any small form to reveal any form of the world. So it remains free, it reveals itself. As in Bhagavad Gita I said, the example is given of a flame of a lamp where there is no wind. There is no movement at all. The flame remains absolutely steady, but is not the silent radiation spreading everywhere from that flame. The radiation is spreading everywhere, silently. There is no activity seen anywhere. Like that, the consciousness also is felt as radiating everywhere. Radiating, we are using the word, but it is like that. Everywhere the consciousness, not everywhere, there is no everything at all. Only the consciousness is radiating itself, is revealing itself. Now, up to this we have done yesterday. Let us go to the next verse. Astityevopalabdhabhyah
अस्तीत्येवोपलब्धः
Astityevopalabdhabhyah
अस्तीत्येवोपलब्धव्यः
तत्त्वभावेन चोभयोः
तत्त्वभावेन चोभयोः
अस्तीत्येवोपलब्धस्य
अस्तीत्येवोपलब्धस्य
Tatvabhava prasidati.
Tattvabhavah prasidati.
These are all very secret statements. To understand, we have to know the sadhana, we have to go with the knowledge. He says it is directly replying to Nachiketa. Nachiketa's question was, some say asti, some say na asti, nasti. The question was, which is true? Is it asti or it is nasti? That means when the body falls, is there anything transcending the body or is not? Asti means there is, nasti means there is not. That was the question. He says that of that two, that is the two Nachiketa says, asti and nasti, Ubhayoho means amongst the two. It is Shashti Vibhakti Dvivachanam. Ubhayoho means amongst the two. What is to be taken? Asti iti eva upalabdhavyaha. It has to be experienced as asti only. Asti iti eva. This eva is very important. There is no question of nasti. It is asti. Asti iti eva upalabdhavyaha. It has to be known, it has to be experienced as asti. But tattva bhavena, it is not the usual objective asti. It has to be known as in its real meaning, real sense. What is the meaning of asti? Because whenever we say it is something is there, we think of an object. Suppose I will say the glass is there or not. Yes, it is there. That means the glass will appear before my indriyas. It will be there. Oh, the thought of the school is there or not. Yes, the thought has to appear in my mind. It has to be revealed by the consciousness. The thought is there, then we will say it is asti. The thought of the school is asti. Thought of the mother, thought of the father is there in my mind. So everywhere to say asti, generally something is appearing different from me, which is revealed by the Atma, some thought, subtle thing, or some gross thing. It is existing as an object before the revealer Atma. Are you able to follow? He said it is not that kind of an asti. We have to know the real meaning of asti. Tattva bhavena, by the tattva bhava. Tattva means what it is in essence. Now he says, asti tyebopalabdhasya, one who knows it as asti, one who proceeds in his knowledge, taking it as it is. What happens? Tattva bhavaha prasidati. That essentially existence, what is the meaning of existence, that becomes clear to him. Prasidati means tattva bhavaha. What is the tattva bhava? What is this existence? The meaning of existence, the meaning of reality becomes evident to him, becomes clear to him. How? Because it is not that kind of an existence. The Atma which exists, we will never be able to see that, well, this is the Atma, or I saw the Atma in my dream. No. The real Atma is the revealer of the dream, is the revealer of everything. It can never be seen as anything different from me. It can be only known as the amness, or whatever we may say. It cannot be expressed. That is, it is never appearing before the revealer. The revealer itself is that. And that alone is, because the whole universe is appearing in that. The real existence is the consciousness alone. From where the subject-object division is coming. One subject means the small I which is looking at the universe and the universe. Both the things, they get merged in this consciousness. That is the tattva bhavaha. That is the real meaning of existence. These are very important shlokas. So it is a direct reply to Nachiketas. That is why Nachiketa said, I would like to know the truth of it by remaining under your tutelage. Because how will he understand unless the clarity is given, unless the truth is explained and Nachiketa undergoes the purificatory process to grasp the truth. It cannot be just said asti. If he had said, Yamaraja had said asti, it is not nasti, it is asti. What would Nachiketa understand? That is what done in the religion. That we say, yes, Punarjanma is there, the Atma will be born, and we are accepting that and going away. Because we don't want to go further, and we are not, generally people are not capable of taking to that kind of abstraction. But Nachiketa disagreed. He said, no, I want to know the truth of it. Even if the Devas do not know, he said. Yamaraja said, Devas also do not know, you are a Bacha, how can you know? He said, that the Devas do not know is all the more reason that I should know. I should look for something which is not known by anybody. And you are the person who is the custodian of death. So you are the fit guru to tell me what happens when the body falls. So, he says that asti iti eva upalabdhasya, one who takes it as asti and proceeds with that asti concept, for him the tattva bhava becomes clear. At one point they understand the real meaning of the existence. What is this meaning of existence? It is not existing before the senses. That is not the real existence. The real existence, that alone is, that is everywhere. Now all that is over. He has already replied Nachiketa's question. Then he is summarizing that how will people approach it? Where lies the hindrance and where lies the clarity? Yada sarve pramuchyante
Yada sarve pramuchyante
kamayesya hridishritaha
kamayesya hridishritaah
athamatyo amrito bhavati
athamartyo amrito bhavati
atra brahma samashnute
atra brahma samashnute
yada sarve pramuchyante
yada sarve pramuchyante
kamayesya hridishritaha
कामायेस्य हृदि श्रिताः
athamatyo amrito bhavati
अथमर्त्यो मृतो भवति
atra brahma samashnute.
अत्र ब्रह्म समश्नुते.
See, these are very, very powerful statements. Unless we dive into it, it will not speak to us. He says, atha matyo, matyaha. The Upanishad will always refer to us as matyaha, matya, because we think that we are mortal. Matyaha means mortal. Because we are clinging to our body, mind, personality, which is changeful, which is undergoing birth and death. Our identity is matyaha. So they are reminding that you are thinking you are matyaha, but you are not matyaha. Atha matyaha amritaha bhavati. The same person who is thinking I am mortal starts thinking that I am immortal.